Right, start again. It's Sunday morning. It's 6:28 AM in the morning. It's the 15th of June 2025, and I'm just off out for another adventure. And I've got Bay in the back with us there as usual, behind the dog guard, and I'm parked up at my local post office as usual, round the corner from where I live. And I'm going to be going straight ahead there onto Prince Edward Road, turn left, start heading down past the Nook shops on my way out. So I'm going to be going along towards Kielder Forest again, along Bloody Bush Road, and then go to what you call GEORDIES Campsite. It's the only official campsite in Kielder Forest. So I'm going to be walking along that path there. I'm going a little bit further this time to explore where you come across 4 or 5 little pet tombstones from people that's buried their pets along there. But, so I'll be following the burn right away along and going a little bit further to where I did last time. So I'm all dressed up, ready to go, leather boots on, leg gaiters and that for going through long grass, which will obviously be wet with the rain. So I'm just going to head off on my journey now. I've zeroed me mileometer there to 0.2 miles and see how many miles I do by the time I get over to Kielder Forest. Right, so I'm using me Canon SX70 HS digital camera. I've just got it fixed. I got it back from the camera repair shop just the other day, so I'm trying it out now and getting used to it for the first time. So I don't know what things it's going to turn out like, but I've had to set it to 4K videos and to do my little short introductory videos. I'm trying it out now to see how it turns out and then take it from there. So it's the first time I'm using the camera, so I'll bring it back. Bye for now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this camera. When I turn it on, it keeps wanting to set Wi-Fi to enable or whatever. So I'm going to turn it off, turn it back on again, and then I've just turned it on again and pressed record. So it's recording now again. So this is what I'm trying it out for, because I'm just not used to the camera or what it's going to be doing. So I've got to set it all up properly, so I don't need to put up with this shit. Right, so I'm just going to this next crossroads and turning left 100 yards up, look, and then heading in that direction. Like I say, rounding up, you go over, like it drops down round a bend, goes over a skinny stone bridge past a farmhouse, then it goes uphill round an S-bend past what you call the shoe tree, where loads of people have thrown up their pumps and that, and they're hanging on the branches with their laces, so there's loads of shoes hanging there. Right, so I'll bring you back when I'm further down the line. So bye for now. Okay, I've done 39.1 miles from South Shields so far, and I've just came along to where you turn left to go into Sweet Hope Lofts Fishing Lake. So there's your signpost pointing off to the left, after just driving along this single tarmac track. So I've come along this A696, turned left at Nosegate, came along the road heading towards Bellingham, and then it comes to a bend in the road where it bends round the right, but you just sort of like come straight over and you get onto this single tarmac track, which takes you across past Sweet Hope Lofts Fly Fishery. That's what it's called there. There's this big signs there. So I've got about another 2 miles to drive along this single tarmac road, and then I'll be coming to the T-junction with the A68. So I'll be crossing straight over, then following that road right into Bellingham, and then from Bellingham through Bellingham straight across, and then start heading towards Kielder Water. Right, so I'll bring you back. Bye for now. Okay, it's 7:38 or 7:30. What's that? 7:39, I think it is, AM in the morning. I've done 44.5 miles so far from South Shields, and I'm just coming down to cross over the Reesmouth Bridge, then just follow the road right into Bellingham, the village. So just a quick recap on my journey so far. I've came along the A1 past the Metro Centre. I've taken junction 77 off and got onto the A696 and drove past the roundabout which takes you into Newcastle International Airport. I've drove straight past that, through the village of Ponteland, then through the village of Belsay, and I've just kept on the A696 right up until the junction at Nosegate, then turned left. That's K-N-O-W-E-S, Nosegate, and turned left there, drove along the road, and then kept left to come along the single track tarmac road past Sweet Hope Loft Fishing Lake, drove right along that road there. Just, it's like I say, it's a single tarmac road, and then you come to the junction with the A68, and I've crossed straight over and just continue along this road I'm on now, heading down towards Reedsmouth Bridge, which is just round an S-bend down the hill there, past those cars. So it's quite tight and it's a blind bend, so you got to be careful. Drop over the bridge, drive up 250 yards, then you turn left and sort of go underneath the railway bridge, which is once again tight for space, so you got to be careful for other cars coming at you. Right, so without further ado, I'll get on with my journey, and I'll be going through the village of Bellingham soon, then bear enough right to go onto the road past the Riverdale Hotel and continue along to Kielder Water. Right, bye for now. Okay, it's 7:45 AM in the morning. I've done 46.1 miles from South Shields so far, and I've now come over Reedsmouth Bridge, underneath the railway tunnel, the arch bridge there, and come along this road which is really tight, skinny, so you've got to watch for cars coming at you because it's like little S-bends and you can't see what's coming at you because it's all privet sticking over the edge of the road. So you've got to just drive along this bit of road very, very slowly. So I've come to the signpost where it's, behind this is the 30 miles an hour signs, and then you've got the name Bellingham, and then further along it's saying there like you've got the school on the left, so you drop down speed to 20, so that where that van's parked straight ahead, you see the yellow zigzag lines on the road which indicates a school, so you've got to slow down. So I'll be driving along now past where that car's going now. You come along to the end and you hit a T junction, you turn left, drop down the bank past the little petrol station, you just continue up past that, you come to another T junction, turn left past at the post office, then just drive through Bellingham, which takes 2 minutes, and then you just, where you get to the bend in the road where the police station and the fire station is and the kids play area, you just literally go straight over. You don't go around the left hand bend over the bridge, just go straight over past Riverdale Park Hotel. Right, so I'll bring you back. Bye for now. Okay, I've done 49.8 miles so far. It's 7:54 AM in the morning, this Sunday morning, the 15th of June 2025. So we're halfway through the year now already, so it's flying by. Right, so I've just pulled over here to show you this next signpost. So behind us is just a little village I've drove through called Charlton, and you get to this, you come to this T junction here now at Lanehead. So when you get to the junction, you turn left and just keep following the road down and round, and it takes you towards Kielder Water, past all the car parks. But there's a big pub that you passed on the left called the Pheasant Inn pub. So you basically know you're at the start of the drive into Kielder Water, past all the major car parks. So I'll be driving past that, continue along all the car parks, then look for my left turn to go onto Bloody Bush Road, and I'm going to go along towards where there's two cottages on the corner called the Forks, and I'm going to be parking up at a lay-by like passing place, turn the car around and point it back in the direction I've drove into Bloody Bush Road, and I'm going to set up my time-lapse camera on the dash as usual, and then go and do my little walk along a secret little valley that I've been before just a couple of months ago, called GEORDIES Campsite. I'm going back to the same place where I can let the dog off, no worries about sheep, cattle or people, and just enjoy the walk through the brush, and then go past the campsite and just continue following the burn down to my left. But this time I'm going a little bit further to find, like I say, I'm be looking for some like animal cemetery where people have buried the animals in the past, where people have been living in houses along there. Right, so without further ado, I'll continue along to Kielder Water. So bye for now. Okay, I've done 54.8 miles from South Shields, and I've reached the Pheasant Inn pub on the left hand side here. So I'm nearly getting to what you call Falstone and the start of the Kielder Water, where you see the signposts on the left, the wooden post with a big sign Kielder Water. So it's 8:06 in the morning, so I haven't got far to go now. I've just got to drive past all the major car park access roads on the right, and then I'll be looking for Matthew Lynn's car park on the right, and when I get to that, that's when you turn left onto Bloody Bush Road, and I'll be driving along Bloody Bush Road and heading towards the two cottages called the Forks. Just before I'll be turning around and facing the car back out of Bloody Bush Road and setting up my time lapse to start me walk with the dog. Right, so bye for now. Okay, I've done 61.9 miles so far from South Shields, and I've come past all the major car park entrances and Calvert Kielder. Stay there, son. He's wanting to get out. And you just come to where you see Matthews Lane car park on your right. Then you know your left turn has come up onto Bloody Bush Road, which is here. So if you go over that steel handrail bridge, you've gone too far. Unless you want to go along the diversion signs, which is the next left after the bridge. But Bloody Bush Road is open again now after all the tree harvesting. So you'll see it on my GPS there, on the top. Bloody Bush Road ahead. So I've just pulled over to just do this short introductory video to show you where I am. The weather's excellent, the sun's come out. It's been trying to rain on and off, but you have got certain clouds floating across. So you might get the odd sun shower, I don't know. As long as it's dry and it's warm, so it's perfect walking weather at the moment. Right, so without further ado, the dog, the dog's looking at us there. He's wanting to get out, so we'll get along Bloody Bush Road and turn the car around at one of the passing places just before I get to the two cottages, and then set up my time lapse in the window on the dashboard there, and we'll get away on the walk. Right, so I'll bring you back. Bye for now. Okay, I've done exactly 62 miles. It's 8:21 AM in the morning, this Sunday morning, the 15th of June 2025. Dog's making all kinds of noises. He just wants to get out as usual and run. So I've just turned off the main road onto Bloody Bush Road at the start here, where you've got Lewisburn ornate Half Moon Bridge there, which is suspended by strong cables, which is also part of the cycle track as well. So this was all closed off before for tree harvesting, and this gate was closed and padlocked shut, but it's open again now. You can see all the trees that ahead there, it's been chopped down at the top left there, but you can drive along here slowly now, but it's still mud and full of holes and ditches, so basically you just got to drive really slow and roll over them. Right, so without further ado, I'll park up a bit, I'll let the dog out and go for his toilet business. That's probably what's wrong with him. And then I'll just continue with my journey, park the car up, and then start walking towards where my little hidden valley is, and start walking along and take the dog off his lead and let him run backwards and forwards. Right, so bye for now.